again, like I said earlier, Robbie, I've never seen Robbie in a boring fight. I think it was a great chess match today. And, you know, I'd like just to turn it over to Robbie to say a few words, and then we'll go into some questions.
Didn't start fast enough. Gave one or two takedowns, definitely one on a flying knee that I wish I would have got back. I just thought I caught him and I was going to come flying in and finish him, and went to my back. I felt like I got up pretty good. Got me with some decent kicks. Felt good out there, but I left it in the judge's hands, and he got a decision. He fought well.
Did everybody hear that?
Okay, but I'm not starting over. He fought pretty good, kicked me well. I think I did a pretty good job of checking leg kicks. Got me a couple times to the ribs, which were weird kicks. They weren't shin kicks, they were like toe kicks, which was effective for sure, though. Felt like I was pretty good on the takedown defense. I wish I would fly in with a knee and get taken down. Sort of. Wish I could have pressed him a little more and finished him, but I didn't want him to. I thought the fight was close. I didn't want to over pursue and have him slip underneath and get a stupid takedown at the end. Maybe I should have pressed, but it happens. Questions?
Did it surprise you that he stuck with you?
No, I don't think so. He's fought so many times. He's smart. He knows he can't just go in there in a fight and just wrestle the whole time. This is MMA, the sport's evolving, and I expected him to stand up because I knew he wasn't going to be able to take you down, and if he did, I knew I was going to get up, so I expected him to stand up.
Do you attribute the sort of slow start to anything at all?
No, yeah, I do. I thought I was going to knock him out. Plain and simple, I thought I was going to knock him out. It was inevitable that I put my hands on him and I was going to knock him out, and it just never happened.
There were a couple times during the fight where it looked like you were kind of feigning injury to get him to rush in. Were you ever really rocked or in trouble at all in there, or was that all just some gamesmanship on your part?
Big John kind of talked to me, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, "Shut up." I kind of smiled at him. I'm like, "Come on, you're messing up my game." But maybe the judges thought I was hurt, and that's why he got the decision. But definitely hit me with some good kicks. I'm not going to say I was hurt at all, where I thought, "Oh man, I'm not going to be able to do this." You guys have seen me fight. I've taken damage before, and I keep coming, and it just didn't happen for me tonight.
You kind of mentioned this, but right here in the front, with the slow pace, I mean, was it just the fear of him shooting in and taking you down? Was that really, or was there anything else specific that he was doing that was kind of throwing you off?
No, I just, when you can knock people out, sometimes you rely on that a little too much, I think. I have power and I relied on it a little too much, and I wasn't able to finish him, and he showed a lot of heart, and that's what I think happened. I have a belief in myself that I'm going to finish guys and I'm going to knock them out, and that's my belief, and maybe if I had another 2 minutes, I would have.
Do you think fighting above your natural weight affected your punching power? Normally Babalu is kind of suspect chin, but he took a lot of shots. Do you think that hurt?
I don't think so. I think he was in shape. If you looked at his body, he was in shape, and when you're in shape, you're able to absorb absorb punches. He didn't really run into anything. I had to step to him to hit him, so he wasn't really running into anything. He was doing a good job, and I think I rocked him a few times. I just wasn't able to capitalize.
And do you plan on continuing to take fights at this weight?
I don't know. I'm not ducking or running from anyone. So let's do this.
Well, you know, I'd like to answer that. I mean, you know, I'd like to thank Robbie for taking the fight at a catch weight, and you know, he didn't really have to do it. And you know, we asked him to step up, and he did. But you know, his natural fighting weight is 185 pounds, and so I'm sure that's where we'll ask him to fight next time. So, you know, I don't think you'll be looking for Robbie to fight at 205 or 195 in the future.
Heavyweight.
Okay, well.
I'm on hop.
Well, we'll get back to you on that one.
Sorry.
It was such a close fight and hard to score. How did you feel going into the decision?
I felt pretty good. I knew I did enough to win, but when you leave it in the hands of the judges, I thought I did all the damage. I thought the second round I might have lost. The first round I knew I gave up a stupid takedown on this freaking flying knee. I felt good. I got back up every time. I didn't feel good because I left it in the hands of the judges. I knew I could have done more.
What happened with those flying round kicks or flying knees that you were attempting? Was it the distancing was off?
Yeah. I was just thinking he was gonna lower his level and I was gonna freaking hit him with a knee in the face and the fight was gonna be over, but he didn't do that and I got extended and it fell on my back.
How was your conditioning for this fight?
It felt pretty good. Maybe could have pushed it a little more, but you never know. I don't know.
Good performance.
Thanks.
You talk about the lesson of, starting slow because you're relying on your hands. Is that something that you've known that sneaks up on you, or is this kind of a new lesson you take tonight?
Every fight's a new lesson. Yeah, I need to push it. I need to establish my jab. I need to stop one-hitter quitter guys. I can't load up and do stupid stuff. Once I got my jab going, you saw what I could do. Stupid fight in the first round. Just loading up, and I'm better than that.
After your last fight with Melvin Manhoef, you talked about wanting to take some time off. It was a particularly brutal fight. Did you feel any consequences from that in this fight, or was it pretty much over now?
No, I never look at that kind of stuff. I was ready to go. I felt good at the weight. I didn't feel like he was strong when he was on top of me. I felt good out there, and I expected to win.
The first question is for Scott. The second question is for Robbie. Well, first of all, Robbie, congratulations on an excellent fight. You've always been one of my favorite fighters. Scott, any chance we're going to see Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler at either 185 or at any weight class? Part 2?
I'll tell you, there's nothing set right now, but that's definitely an interesting matchup, and I wouldn't see why, we wouldn't do that. I mean, we haven't talked to Monty or Robbie, or we haven't talked to Nick, but as a promoter, I think it'd be an interesting matchup.
How do you feel about that matchup, Robbie?
I would have to say I moved on a long time ago, and I'm going to leave it at that right now.
And the second question for you, Robbie, is I recently read an article, Dana White's article, saying that you coming up, you were one of his favorite fighters. How do you feel about that comment?
That's pretty cool. To be anyone's favorite fighter, one of their favorite fighters, I feel like I put on a pretty good show, so I think he might not be the only one.
Thank you, Robbie.
Thank you.
One question.
Robbie, you have a question? Oh.
You said you had to step to him to hit him. Did you bet more on having the counter, or did you want to step to him and really put it on him?
I was just betting on being able to knock him out. I was going to figure out a way to get the job done, because sometimes what you're doing doesn't work, so you always have to have a plan B, plan C. So I was just going in there and tried to put my hands on him. It was kind of trying to figure it out.
You talked about this lesson learned tonight. You've been very open about this is what I didn't do right tonight. But I think a lot of your appeal as a fighter is people know that you're going to go out there gunning for the knockout. So how do you balance those two things?
I'm going to pump my jab a little bit more and win rounds and still try to hurt people as usual. I think if I pump my jab and move my feet a little more, the knockouts will come.
Great. I'd just like to say, Robbie, it's a pleasure, and I had a really good time watching it. It's very few fighters in MMA that you watch that on any given second he's going to hit you and you're going to go out. And Robbie has that kind of skill that if he would have caught him today, it could have been a different story. And that's I think that's really what makes it exciting. He's got a great takedown defense. I saw some great kicks tonight. And, I was impressed, and we'll definitely look forward to having you back. Thanks, Robbie.